Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, agents. I am Monty Carl, and welcome to the show. This is the show where I break down the state of the game, and actually, we have a little special report because not only are we going to break down the show, but we're going to break down the 1.7.1 patch notes for you tonight because it's coming out tomorrow. That's right, it is going to come out, and actually, probably when I upload this video, it'll probably be out in a few short hours. And so we're going to go ahead and break down the patch notes, but first we're going to go ahead and talk about the state of the game. It's going to kind of be a mixed bag of things right now, but this week community developer Hamish Bow was back, and he brought with him Terry and Keith to provide an exclusive look at the new PvE horde mode and resistance mode, as well as the Rogue 2.0 mechanics. Whoopity ding dong! Congratulations on showing us what we can't get until 1.8. But they did update 1.7.1. Actually, there was a lot of really good feedback about this state of the game and all of the stuff that they showed, so we'll break it down after we talk about 1.7.1 because they kind of just gave up on 1.7 and decided that they were just going to go ahead and move on to 1.7.1 because their heads couldn't be removed from their assholes soon enough. And so we now have 1.7.1 where we're going to see an RPM glitch after 5 weeks. Thank goodness that they finally got it fixed. Who knows what was going on there? And so they also got the leaderboards fixed, so congratulations to them on fixing two things at one time. And there's also going to be some desynchronization problems between the server and the client that were also causing some bugs. So that's also good. So there's going to be more fixes in this. So the servers will be shut down tonight at around 9:30 Central Eastern Standard Time, or actually 3:30 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time. So, and the estimated downtime is going to be about 3 hours. So let's go ahead and break down the 1.7.1 patch notes while we're here. So leaderboards are going to have the face masks vanity reward now tied to the global event commendations instead of the leaderboards themselves. Global event leaderboards now reward a number of classified classes, the amount depending on the agent's placement on the global event leaderboard. So now you could probably give shit all about being on the leaderboard, so it doesn't even matter. But they did fix an issue where the agents would be prompted with an incorrect reward notification, so that's good. And the first column in the Dark Zone leaderboard and global event leaderboard will now display rank even though the text says position. So that's going to be your rank instead of your position. Who knows what that even means? But they go ahead, they fixed the RPM related exploit, thank goodness. They fixed an issue where agents could experience weapon jamming with low RPM weapons such as shotguns and marksman rifles. They fixed an issue where the agent could get desynchronized from a numerous amount of things. Who knew there were so many desync issues in this game? Well, most of us did. But, you know, if you canceled the animation while entering cover with a combat roll, if an agent jumped off a high structure, you know, during corner swaps, you know, climbing off a prop and then quickly going into cover, you know, being able to perform a combat roll before finishing a cover-to-cover move, things like that are being fixed. They made several improvements in order to prevent various other desynchronization issues, and they updated the description of the Striker set 4-piece bonus to now state that the bonus will be lost when exiting combat, which is garbage because the same thing happened to Lone Star. And if you leave cover, this shouldn't affect your gun. You should still have the RPMs that you have. You should still have the bonus when out of combat. They need to make that clear for the next time. So anyways, back to the state of the game. They have gone ahead and done a second ban wave, which nobody cares about. Nobody is complaining about being banned from this game whatsoever because they're either banned and moving on, or the ban was just for a certain amount of days, and they already have a third one cocked in the tubes and ready to go. So be prepared. If you haven't been banned yet, you're probably on your way. Now let's go ahead and talk 1.8 PTS. That will start September 26th, the week before global events start. And oh, that's right. Now I'm confused. Okay, so first of all, they said that the global events would start on the 19th, and then I heard that they were going to start October 3rd. So I have a feeling they're actually going to start on October 3rd, but somebody screwed up, and they're just going to go ahead and release 1.7.1 today or tomorrow, and then do the global events on October 3rd. So we're right now looking at one global event per month, so that's amazing. Actually, no, not even. There was no global events in the month month of September, I don't think. So I think the last one we had was August. Don't quote me on that. I don't know, because I just play the thing. I don't really know. But for all of you waiting for global events, October 3rd is when you can go ahead and jump back in. But before they do that, it will be free on the PC. So September 26th, mark your calendar, PC PTS for 1.8 will start, and you're invited for console. They will be sending out, basically sending out console invites. If you were on the last PTS on console, you will have access to 1.8 PTS. You will only get an update. Other people will have to wait for the invite. They will also invite more players on top of the already invited players, but they haven't finalized the list of invitation criteria yet. Probably going to have to play a lot. So look on Twitter. If you don't get an invite, look on Twitter. People will be giving those things away because nobody, people want to care. They want subs, so look for YouTubers or Twitch streamers or all that stuff. If I get an invite, I'm not giving mine out. I'm just gonna, I probably won't even be on the 1.8 console PTS. I'll probably be on the PC one. So there you go. So let's go ahead and talk about the global event 2, which will be coming around October 3rd. That's what they said. October 3rd is when the global event assault will start, and this theme of the event will be the proximity to the enemy. So enemies will do less damage the closer you are to them, and they will do additional damage the further you are away. So look for those shotgunners to do even more damage to you as they're shooting you from further away. But they will introduce the classified version of Striker's Battle Gear, Sentry Call, and Reclaimer gear sets during this time. So that's actually a really good thing, because those are 3 gear sets that people have been looking forward to, especially that Striker one, which is probably still OP. So let's go ahead and talk about some of the goals for 1.8 for Rogue 2.0 and or 2.0 if the dot makes you upset. Rogues are a very important feature to the Dark Zone, and they want to keep that tension. It will take away for the frustration that comes with going accidental rogue and being able to toggle on and off. It's a surprise that they actually waited this long, but I have a feeling they're trying to bring people back in, people that left because of the rogue mechanic and just kind of the garbage gameplay of being jumped. But this will improve the manhunt so that you are more motivated to go manhunt. So they're going to give out rewards for manhunts and stuff like that. Honestly, who knows what those rewards are? They keep talking about these rewards, but haven't we already seen every single reward in the game? What are they going to do? Give you more loot for going manhunt? That, like, they could give a special vanity item at that point, but it doesn't do anything to make your character any more special. And giving you more loot, you might as well just go and run something. It's probably going to be a lot easier to get caches from other events than by going manhunt, but it does give you a little incentive to go manhunt. So the rogue toggle, you will have to choose to go rogue and activate it with a toggle that will have a delay on it. So once you do, everybody's going to be notified that you're going rogue. So once you've toggled the rogue mode on, you will immediately be flagged as a rogue, but you won't be able to shoot anybody until the timer ticks down. Players around you will get a visual and audio warning that an agent just went rogue. This way, people have time to prepare. It's great. And line of sight. So when you don't see the agent, you will still get the audio notification. So this is not a PvP flag like in other MMOs. It is just a declaring of intent. You'll actually not be protected from PvP once you've not activated the rogue. You will have to press and hold up on console and shift R on PC. So now you have the choice to go rogue or not. And once you choose to toggle on the rogue mode, and from then on, you'll be flagged as a rogue agent and you can attack other players. When you are in a group and one of your player toggles rogue, you'll get a message from your group that you are going rogue, so you have a chance to leave before you get flagged as a rogue, because that's one of the pain points that a lot of people had, is that when somebody in your group went rogue, everybody went rogue. So now you have a chance to leave that group. So this should motivate players, or to group up more in the Dark Zone, because this way you are more protected when you don't want to go rogue. You now have the chance to leave and be fine and just get out of there. So there's going to be a 5-minute timer. There's no 5-minute timer on manhunts. That's being removed. Instead, they're going to give you an objective to do while you're manhunt. You have to hack into a shade terminal to reboot your Isaac and clear your manhunt status. You don't have a time limit to clear your manhunt status. You just have to do the objective. At this point, the other players can try and stop you, because they will be, everybody's going to get a mission once you go manhunt to go ahead and kill that player. And the hack time is depending on multiple factors: number of players in the group, manhunt level, level that is still, you know, everything's still being fine-tuned. We'll find out on the PTS what happens. The Shade Tech terminals are going to be scattered across the Dark Zone, so one's going to be randomly chosen and you're going to have to go and hack that, and once you do, you'll get your reward and become a normal agent again, and then everybody's just going to wait around until you go rogue again. So the manhunt rewards are actually pretty cool, so, well, unless you really don't care about them, but depending on your manhunt level, you will get manhunt caches as rewards. These manhunt caches have a chance to drop the best loot in the game, which is, you know, something of a enhancement, but if RNG's involved, nobody's really going to care about those caches, because if RNG's involved, you're not actually getting the best loot in the game, you're just getting a randomized piece of loot from the top tier loot pool. So nobody really cares about that stuff because you can just get it anywhere else. So the higher the manhunt is, the higher your chance to get a classified or exotic piece of equipment is. So these rewards are delivered straight to your inventory. You don't need to extract them. They're yours once you keep them. There will be no point to having more kills after Manhunt 5. So because there are no higher rewards, when you kill more, then you don't really have any incentive to keep going and killing unless you just, you know, you're a masochist and want to make sure that you make all of the agents pay for their misdeeds in the past. So now Rogue Hunter rewards are being able to go and hunt down rogues. So when you assist or kill a player on a manhunt level, you'll get bounty cash. You don't have to be in the same group as other rogue hunters to get the reward. You just have to make sure that you are part of the person shooting it. So, you know, there's going to be probably a ton of farming for this stuff. So look for that. There's going to be people just hiding around farming this stuff over and over again as a fast way to get, because there's no way to prevent this stuff, at least not that I know of. But as far as I know, there's probably going to be, you know, you're going to just get a friend, take turns going rogue, going and killing rogues and stuff like that. So the body blocking and other popular tactics, that's not going to be an issue. Grenade spamming should be lowered with a new classified final measure. They're also looking at tweaking the effectiveness of specific grenades, so shot grenades will not be an easy kill for somebody. Body blocking is now a non-issue since there's no accidental rogue problems anymore, so blocking bullets is just stalling the combat. When you die, you will respawn as a non-rogue, but when you get back to your rogue group within a certain radius, you will go rogue immediately again. So if you don't want to go rogue again, just stay away from them. Cutting the rope is still going to make you go rogue. Cutting the rope also increases your manhunt level, so you want to make sure that you go ahead and look for people that are still doing that. So we can go on and talk about resistance. The horde mode has been tailored for PvE players. These are the people that don't like the Dark Zone and all that rogue crap that's up there. So you can go ahead and play this mode solo or in groups. The content will scale to your level. So this is something that solo players can do. You have to be level 30 to play resistance. So you can walk from into the thingamajigger, the resistance thing, from the open world, and you can matchmake on the meeting stone in front of the mission. So there's going to be infinite waves of people going in there for you, so you can just go in and just have a ball, just killing people over and over again. As you're going through the waves, there's specific difficulty checkpoints where they'll start to buff the AI in combination of toughness, DPS, and exotic ammunition. You're basically working yourself through the difficulties of the game. Hard mode difficulty AI is wave 5 and so on. Challenge mode difficulty AI wave 10, legendary difficulty wave 15, and then endless difficulty at wave 15 plus. There are no checkpoints, so when you wipe, your group is done, but you can revive yourself as long as one player is alive. And by revive yourself, they obviously mean that you're going to be able to revive other players and do all that stuff, or get them up with your healing ability, your revive buff, and all that stuff. Lower difficulties prepare you for the later ones of the endless difficulties. Now, there is a randomness to the waves of progression, but it is still a structure. Every 3 to 5 waves, there's going to be a special wave. Especially in the early waves, you'll know when drones or other special enemies are added. Once you've reached the endless wave, you'll completely random what enemies you encounter, but you will also have to clear indicator what you will be fighting. Every 3 waves, you have a critical objective that you have to complete. Every 5 waves, there's going to be a boss wave. So there you go. Those are the things that really are going to make this stand out from the rest of the things. These special waves are milestones in the resistance progression, also give you an indication how you did in comparison to the last session. These special waves have timers on them as well that force you out of cover to complete these tasks as fast as possible, which I'm not a big fan of because you're already fighting through all of these things. So if it's a tough wave and a guy, shotgunners run up on you, you're going to have a harder time doing these. So when you fail to finish the objective in a specific time, it is a team wipe and the session is over. So it's not exactly a horde horde mode because they're actually giving you stuff to do. And the critical objectives gives you something to do somewhere on the map so that you're not just, killing waves over and over again, so it's not something static. Now, the boss wave include one or more named NPCs that you'll need to kill. These named bosses will drop loot that you can collect and keep. You will encounter the same bosses as in the mission, so you'll see Lorraine Barrett, Joe Farrow, as they have risen from the grave to come back in a zombie-like state, and you can get an exotic item. So they have a chance to drop exotic items to them, the same ones that are assigned. So you could get Barrett's chest piece, Pharaoh's mask, all that stuff. As long as the boss is not killed, the ads will spawn indefinitely. So the first thing you want to do is go ahead and try and get that boss down. There's also going to be some new bosses that will use shock turrets and drones that will also be present. It would be cool if you get to the higher difficulties, you start seeing first wave agents and stuff like that. Now the maps there's going to be 3 resistance maps. There's going to be the carrier, the pier, and the powerhouse. They're similar to the skirmish maps, but a lot bigger. You'll also start in one area that you can unlock new areas by unlocking and opening doors and stuff like that. Now the goal is to survive. That's the first thing, but it's to survive different waves, and the difficulty in resistance, you also get tools for that. So when you kill NPCs, they'll drop shade tech that you can use as currency in resistance. So they're going to add another currency to this game, which is unbelievable. Like, seriously, can they add more currency? What more? What other thing can we go ahead and add currency? But you can buy fortifications from Last Stand. There's also a new support station. There's some repair and upgrade fortifications. So turret gets fire ammo, pulse station gives you a more critical hit chance, stuff like that. But it's still another currency that we have to contend with. When the fortification's destroyed, you'll have to start the upgrade process over again. So keep an eye on them and repair them when it's needed. So you have to find a strategy where to hold up, what upgrades to do and what to keep, what to let go, especially for the later waves. This sounds very much like the Gears of War 3, I believe it's Gears of War 3, Gears of War 4 type of horde system where you can build stuff and do all that stuff. It's pretty cool, but it's definitely taken from previous games. This isn't something new. Now, the rewards that you get, you'll also get straight, they'll go straight to your inventory when you reach and beat a special boss wave. You'll also get resistance caches that drop with tiers on them. Resistance caches have in total 5 tiers, and when you've reached tier 5 caches, you have also done the best chance to get the classifieds and the exotic drops. Each cache tier has its own loot table that should be a reward for you according to how well you did. Each 10 waves pushes you into a new reward tier, so you get that. So once you reach wave 50, you should be in the level 5 cache range. Now, new exotic weapons will be added into 1.8. So there's going to be 4 new exotic weapons, 1 new marksman rifle set, a new LMG, and a new SMG MPX based on the Sig Sauer. So moving forward, there's going to be some other stuff that they're looking forward to doing. So we're going to have a good time. This is definitely a new, fresh beginning for a lot of people. A lot of people are going to be excited about this. If you finished Destiny 2 already, which you probably have, you're probably going to be excited about something fresh to do for the time being. So that's a great thing, and I've definitely used up most of my time. I'm trying to keep these under 20 minutes as always. So I'm going to go ahead and cut it off here. Thank you so much for watching. As always, leave your awesome comments down in the comments section and we'll try to answer all of them. And if you want to join us and play with us and have a good time, we're on Xbox for the most part. I've been playing more and more on PC just because it's a lot easier to do, and I enjoy the 4K quality, the crispness of the PC version. It's definitely heads over tails above better than the console version. So sorry, PC Master Race is definitely the key to this game. It's going to be awesome once Destiny 2 comes out, and absolutely looks great. The 4K looks great on this game. 60 frames per second look great on this game. So there you have it. That's all I got for you today. So join me next time as we go ahead and cover the rest of the 1.8 stuff that they're going to release. I'm enjoying this so far. It's looking great. I enjoy the fact that they're going to put in some new rogue mechanics and stuff stuff like that. So thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe for more content. We're trying to put out at least once a week for some Division content. I'm still playing. If you want to join us on PC, just add Mounty Carl or Gun Brothers Gaming on Steam or Uplay, whichever one it is, and we'll get you into a game and hanging out with us. Me and Haas are on all the time. Dark occasionally comes in. Infamous likes to hang out with us. We got him to level 30, so he's looking to probably jump back in on PC. So anyways, for all of us here at Gun Brothers Gaming, I'm Mounty Carl, and we'll see you guys in 1.7.1. Agent out.